you?
Good, and you?
Good, thank you. Just that we are live. We're streaming, so you know.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How have you been?
Excuse me?
I said, how have you been?
Good.
Good.
Surviving the weather like everybody else
And the floods.
and the floods. Yeah, the town had a lot of damage on their roads.
I heard it, well, yeah, I saw all the pictures and,
I don't know how we're gonna fix them all without
it's gonna
getting
take a
some,
long time,
without getting some help.
financially, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, the guys can, you know, and they're working so hard. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah,
I know,
all the crews,
yeah,
town and the village.
yeah. Definitely.
We put the RFP out for our meters
Oh, did you?
over in Water District 2 over in Weather Lake.
Yeah, good,
So we'll see.
yeah. I'm Dutcher.
Yeah, they just keep coming to Beaver, so.
Hello.
What's up, buddy?
Hello. Bill. Hey, how you doing?
And we are streaming.
How you doing?
All right.
Okay. I got it. How are you?
How you doing?
Good, thank you. Hi, Dave.
Hey.
Hey, Justin.
Hey, how you doing? How are you? Dave, how you doing? Good. Arthur? Hi. How are you?
Jerry, giving him directions? Oh.
I still got the sicky, I got the sicky chair.
So yes, the mosquitoes are really bad in the open tundra and interior of northern Alaska. Finally got Google loaded.
Oh.
You're right, they are really bad up there, I
You
guess.
didn't believe us, huh?
No, I'm like, mosquitoes in Alaska, what are you talking about?
Yeah, you would never think it.
God, some of these pictures are incredible.
I'm not going.
They're
You get a
plentiful
big
and
bug
large.
suit.
Yeah, I could.
Get one of those bee suits and you'll be good,
You
right?
ready for this? They're often so large that they're jokingly referred to as the Alaskan state bird. That's a hard no for that. Alaska's off the list. I'll just Google it from now on. I'll need mosquitoes the size of hummingbirds. Sounds rather aggressive.
I'll text him, see if he's,
Yeah,
what does he do? He calls in, right?
yeah. See what's happening getting through, I don't know.
Oop.
They can live in 25 below zero temperatures. That's a serious mosquito. I would die there. I would die.
What happened?
Alaskan mosquitoes can survive at 25 degrees below zero.
The pictures are just.
That's like something out of, I don't know, Transformers or Walking Dead or something. That's not okay. Mosquito flying around, imagine that? In a snowstorm. You try snowball.
Sometimes he has trouble calling you.
Yeah, see. Hopefully he's around.
It's 7 o'clock. I talked to him this afternoon.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Okay.
7 o'clock.
I feel like
Alright.
I'm at the dentist with that music.
I know. I feel like a root canal, yeah.
Yeah, root canal.
All right, welcome to the July 13th, 2023 Pawling Joint Sewer Commission. Can you join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, I heard a ding.
Yes.
Dan Stone is here.
Oh, hi, Dan.
Hi, Dan.
Hi, Dan.
Making us nervous.
You know, I want to hear Dan do the pledge now.
Hello, everybody. I didn't see your note until just now, sorry.
That's okay.
All right, can I get a motion to approve the June 8th minutes, please?
I'll make that motion.
And I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Can I get a motion to approve the June 2023 Treasurer's Report as presented?
I'll make a motion.
And I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And can I get a motion to approve the June 2023 Vouchers Report as presented?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. I'll make a motion to transfer $34,931.25 from O&M account ending in 0030 to checking account ending in 0190 to pay the June 2023 vouchers. May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I'll make a motion to approve payment in the amount of $2,500 from the water treatment plant, project number 2, account ending in 0500 to pay Labella vouchers for septic receiving station project. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And I did mean wastewater, not water. I'll make a motion to move $200 from repairs and maintenance line 13043.3 to a collection system maintenance and repair line 13043.4.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I'll make a motion to move $5,000 from repair and maintenance line 13043.3 to collection system maintenance and repair 13043.3. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, so we have reference number 4123, draft IMA amendment agreement of 2023. This was amended in order to move forward with the second town seat on the commission. So this is the draft of that change. Has everyone had a chance to review it?
Yes.
Okay. So I did review it, and I do have one change that I feel needs to be made. In here, it has it on page 2. It has the reorganizational meeting happening in April. We normally have that in January. I'm not sure how it got to April. Is there a problem, Dave, or?
It's down at the bottom of the page.
It's in the body or somewhere, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
the
second page.
second page, and it's
Yeah.
like the second to last sentence. The commission shall meet annually on the second Thursday
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
April, and that needs to be
I actually-
January.
I actually had changed that, but then I understood that we were gonna be making a number of changes, so I didn't wanna touch it because
Okay.
of the, so, yeah, you can change it. I mean, I actually had some other language that I was gonna propose that, you know, it doesn't have to be, you know, you have that date, but if, you know, force majeure, pandemic, whatever, you know, you wanna be able to change it if you can't hold a meeting. So there's no provision for that. So I mean, I would say.
I just, our budget starts in January, the
Oh,
election,
no,
so everything starts
I'm not
in
saying
January.
I'm saying, whatever the time period is, you put that in, but then you also have some flexibility to
Oh.
modify it if,
Okay.
that date is not good, so.
All right, so, does anybody,
That's fine.
So
Could
we-
we approve it as amended by?
can we do that, or do we
You
have to
can
wait
do whatever
until
you,
it's
I mean,
amended?
I would rather just, because I had a bunch of, I went through it, I had some cleanup things that I thought were, not gonna be controversial that,
Do we
that I
want to
agree with.
discuss any of that, or you're just?
I'm not ready, I thought we were just gonna
Okay.
do this, yeah, but, this is such a minor change, if you wanna
Just-
just put it in now, I think it's fine,
Okay.
so.
Okay,
And what was that date again?
it's January.
January, yeah.
So it's the second Thursday, but January, not April. Anybody have anything else that they have seen in this IMA, or?
No, everything was good on our end.
So we can approve this as draft and then send this out officially to the village board and town boards for the passing of it? Is that the process? I
Yeah, it
believe?
has to be approved by both
Right.
boards, and then they authorizing the respective.
Okay, so
leaders
if the
to sign,
commission
yeah.
passes it, then we forward it out to the village and town to pass.
Yeah, we adopted ours last night.
Oh,
Yeah. We can make a change, the dates and stuff were minor changes anyway.
okay.
We adopted, just, because our meeting was the night before, so we said, let's get it done, so it was done for you guys.
Oh, okay. All right.
And we had our attorneys go over it all, and
Okay.
Nancy said the same thing. She said, you gotta make minor changes, it's not a big deal.
Okay.
So, I said, okay.
All
I agree
right.
with that, yeah, that's a
Okay.
good thing.
All right, so do we have to have so we do a motion to approve this?
So I'll make that motion to approve. Is there a specific amendment number on this one?
You know what, I would say a motion to recommend the approval to the respective boards of the town and the village. That's
All right.
to approve the form and to recommend that it be approved by both
Okay.
municipalities.
All right, so I'll make a motion that we approve the amendment to the IMA, which would allow the town to have 2 seats on the board and 1 alternate, with the one change of the January 1 being the reorganizational meeting. Or the January.
January,
I'll second that.
Okay.
and that you recommend it to go to the.
And I
boards,
recommend it
village
go
board, town
to the
board.
village board and to the town board for approval.
Is there a second?
I second it.
Oh, you seconded it,
Yeah.
okay. All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right. Referenced 45.23, customer 20098, requesting penalty waiver on sewer bill in the amount of $47.30.
So, Christine, can you refresh my memory on this? I'm sorry, I was out of town for the past week. I didn't
No problem.
check the.
So this person purchased their home in March of 2022, and it was a private sale. They didn't realize that they were to call and set up a sewer account with us. So we never changed anything on our end because we weren't notified. The bills continued to go to the previous owner, and they were being forwarded apparently to the previous owner's address, and they were just throwing them in the garbage.
So
And-
their sewer payments never were received, as well as then the penalty on it?
Correct, they bought the house in March of 2022, they didn't pay anything. The account was re-levied in November of 2022, so those charges that were unpaid went on their taxes. They didn't realize, because it's escrowed, their mortgage. She did wonder why her escrow monies went up. And then I received a call, I believe it was from the daughter of the previous owner, who tipped me off that there was a new person there. So the last bill that went out in June did get to them. And when they got it, she was shocked. She didn't understand why they were getting this bill, and nobody had told them about it, and so on and so forth. So they have a balance right now of about $500 and some odd. So it's December's, March, and June's bill that they currently owe on. And those bills have a total of $47.30 in penalty as of today.
And the original penalty was picked up by escrow, a portion of that,
No.
Last year.
last year.
Yeah, last
From
year.
levy.
She's not looking for anything
tax
from,
levy.
last year.
Right, so what I'm getting at basically is they probably had $80 in penalties, 40 of which they did pay through escrow.
Most likely, right?
No, this is a different year now.
Remember, they've already paid penalties that they didn't realize, right? Because they
Correct.
went.
Yeah,
to the-
she's asking for the current penalties.
Yeah.
Correct.
That are on the account.
Which is three.
4730.
4730.
It's 3 quarters worth.
I think it sounds fair to waive it. If people try to get a bill, right?
Yeah, I agree.
I kind of agree, I mean, it's their responsibility, I see all that.
So moving forward, they now know they have to pay.
Right.
So now
Yeah.
if they were to come back with a penalty request, we would deny that.
Yeah,
But-
sure.
I
They
explained to
did
her-
come in, right, with their first bill, rest of it, they.
She came in,
Yeah.
yeah, just this week she came in.
Okay.
That's gonna be a little bit of a
And
shocker.
I explained to her, she just pays the June amount that was, is owed by August first, she won't continue to get penalties.
Yeah,
And then she's gonna work on just paying down what's left over.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of how I feel, I mean, it's their responsibility, and they did pay through the escrow, the other
Yeah.
portion, so it's kind of like we're splitting the difference.
Okay, so
So,
can I get a motion to,
I'll make a motion to approve, reference 4523, right?
yep,
Yep,
I'll second.
motion to waive.
Yeah, motion to waive
Yeah.
penalties.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. So, you have before us, although, where's the, you were gonna make a copy of that invoice.
I did, it's in your package. She did.
Did you staple it or something?
I thought it did.
Yep, got it.
Okay.
Okay, so we got an invoice, from Labella for $16,500 for grant preparations, for the trunk line sewer replacement project. And I was uncomfortable with this in that, it was a lot of money that, in order to apply for a grant, and I didn't feel it was something that I could bring to the commission and ask for support on. So I did talk to Dan Stone and asked if it was possible for them to wait for payment if and when we receive the grant. And they agreed to that. So that's why this was on for a discussion point. So they are going to wait, and I am very hopeful that we will get the grant, and then these preparation documents and all the work that went into putting it together would then be paid at that time. I can say that we used Jennifer Vaughn quite a few times over now from Labella to write all of our grants, and everything she touches turns to gold. So
Good.
I hope that that track record continues,
Mhm.
because this is a needed effort when we have constantly had nothing but problems with this trunk line backing up. In fact, we just had to have Savaries come out again the other day. So you would think with the storm event that everything would have been flushed on through, but
It knocked a bunch of it loose is what it really did.
yeah, that's what I figured. It knocked those boulders off, and they clogged the drain again, so.
So just to recap, Labella did the work, they billed us for it, they're gonna hold off on payment until hopefully we
if
get
and
the
when
grant.
the grant. Yes.
Okay, good.
I guess when they had done the planning study, some of these seeker and species issues were not totally flushed out or vetted out or whatever, and so some additional work had to be done. But we weren't aware of it until right now, so. So thank you, Dan, for taking that effort and being able to set that aside until we get the grant. I appreciate that effort.
The Bella really appreciates the opportunity as well. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so, current projects. James, anything for Castagna or Dan, either one of you?
Nothing for stagnant for me, Dan. It's just still, construction project ongoing.
At least two of the septic tanks are in. Jeff was out there watching that. and he and I intend to go up to the site when I'm in town next week to see what the status is. But it's moving along. Facilities are looking good, and I'll actually have my eyes on it next week.
Right.
If you wanna let me know what day you're there, Dan, I'll meet you out at the site.
Excellent. That'd be great. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Dan, anything for the West Main Street Pump Station, electrical upgrade, anything?
Just really quickly, there was an issue with the integrating the alarm system from the old system into the new system. I think we've worked it out between mission staff, contractor, and I think we are moving forward. But it was a wrinkle that we didn't expect. We are still within overall budget, but it came up at the last minute because the old equipment isn't compatible with the new equipment.
Okay, thank you. ASPCA, James or Dan?
I haven't heard anything about the, Phil, have you heard anything about the ASPCA lately?
Not really, no.
No, they were supposed to start at least a month ago.
Dan, you have something?
Yeah, I'm going to reach out. I'm going to reach out to the ASPCA engineer because he and I had an agreement that he would pursue the occupation permit from DOT so that we could coordinate the installation of an odor control system on that property. And I have to bring that to a head next week, and I will work with their engineer to figure out exactly where that is and appraise you of where we get.
Yeah, because they've been telling us for a while they were going to start. And I know that the building inspector reviewed those plans, it's got to be 2 months ago. So I don't know why they haven't broke ground yet, but I'll follow up tomorrow with the building department as well.
Okay. Dave, do you have anything?
Nope.
No? Okay. Dan, engineers report?
I have nothing else.
No.
World's shortest engineers.
Holy cow, first time ever.
All right, thank you, Dan. Justin.
Thank you all.
Justin, do you have anything report?
Nothing crazy outstanding. The plant never blew out from the storm. We were able to bring it to the absolute max it possibly could. We were processing it.
But it required you to be there
Yeah,
all
I had to be
night.
there the whole time, yeah. So we were processing about 1,300 gallons a minute when the plant's normal design is 520. So,
No. I did want to thank you for coming out, all of
Yeah.
us. Appreciate how you were there
Yeah.
all night.
Yeah, your team
And
did a
for
great job.
days, so.
yeah, we've never lost anything. We never had a blowout. So,
Let me step on that one as well. Justin and his crew did a wonderful job
Yep,
keeping that plant going under extreme conditions.
yep.
So,
And we
thank
did
you.
stay in communication, so we knew what was going on and whatnot, so it was, all went
I'm
well,
glad it
so.
stopped when it did.
Thank you.
Because any
Yeah.
longer it would have
That's
been
a lot
really
of, that's a lot
No,
of gas.
we appreciate it, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just have one item I'd like to.
I do too, so go
So,
ahead.
no, you go ahead.
James, so we want to start the conversation regarding increasing the sewer rates. And so to make it a little easier and a smaller group,
Sure.
while Dan is here next week, we were hoping that Jerry and I, Dave and Dan could meet with you and Jimbo, your attorney and your
Sure.
engineer. If we could get a meeting set for next week, so we could sit down and at least start having conversations regarding that and taking a look at what we think it's gonna look like.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we'll kick some dates around tomorrow, we'll get you an email out.
Yeah,
And
that
we'll
would be
get it set
good.
up. You got
Okay,
it. Because
thank
Jimbo's
you.
coming back now, he was away, he's had another grandchild born, so he's
Oh.
gone, so he'll be back by
Oh, wow.
tomorrow morning.
Okay,
And then, but, and he'll be in the office in the morning, so we'll get something figured out by tomorrow.
okay, great, thank you.
Thank you.
Terrific. I was unaware that I was out of town, so the trunk line, Savaries had to come out and do another.
Yeah, so right after the storm, I checked all the sewer lines. I knew they were bubbling up from the storm. Nothing we could do about that.
Yeah.
So they're bubbling up, so I just want to double check that nothing was knocked loose. I don't know if the trunk line could have broke or collapsed or something. So I just checked all the manholes real quick. And you could see that the manholes at the end of the ones that are usually the problem, that are flat at the end by the MTA, they were starting to back up. So there was like a couple grease boulders that were just stuck right perfectly in the line. You jetted them, it was no issue.
So what we've been having the trouble, I think we described it before, all the grease basically clings to the top part of the pipe. So the regular flow is down here, all these boulders, icebergs, whatever, on the top of the.
It looks like packaged
Greasebergs.
Greasebergs, there we go,
Greasebergs, yeah.
greasebergs on the top of the pipe. So now, of course, with that heavy flushing coming through, it knocks those down into icebergs that then, if they don't flow through easily enough, they catch with each other and then become basically a dam and
Yeah.
just block the
And then
pipe
every
up.
other rag gets caught up on it, and then it becomes.
And so it
back
just
up.
becomes this huge issue.
So
Hopefully these big
I've been
storms don't
checking
solve
it, like 2 times a week. I've been checking the manholes to make sure that we're catching the backage before it comes out of the manhole.
Right.
So
So it's the same issue we've always been having.
same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, different cause that brought it there, but still grease.
Still same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
a lot of it probably did get washed through. So hopefully that helped in the long run.
Let's hope.
When those big grease chunks make it to the plant, they just get chomped up.
So at the very entrance of the plant, we have, it's called the Muffin Monster. It's called the Muffin Monster.
A real name or like
Yeah,
your
that's
name?
Really, that's really what the menu
Oh.
is called. It's
I
called the
thought you
Muffin
guys were
Monster.
just calling it.
No,
Yeah,
that's
names.
that's actually
That's
what, you can look it up, it's actually what it's called. It's got this little orange goblin guy as this mascot. But it's just basically a grinder.
Yeah.
It comes through and it breaks everything up, and then if it gets past that, anything that's relatively big, well, there's a screen that has an auger that dumps into a bag that we throw out. So anything big that can be broken down, gets broken down.
By the Muffin Monster.
Yeah, by the Muffin Monster.
All right, does anybody else have anything? All right, can I get a motion to adjourn the meeting, please?
Motion, return.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Phil, did you have anything, or are we good?
I don't know if James has mentioned it to you guys, but we've decided, I think it was last month or so, to go ahead and have LaBerge redo our map plan and report for the sewage district
Yeah.
down 4 to represent the new proposed sewer rates, because they're so much different than what we presented in the original map plan report. They didn't feel that it would get past the Attorney General, so we're looking at the worst-case scenario. That way, if it changes and be,
Maybe our meeting will help
Yeah, well,
with that too,
and
to
it's
have a full
lower,
understanding.
you know,
we're gonna
we'll
update
still
the
be
numbers,
within the ballpark, so we can move that part forward.
Okay.
Because we're in line for that, Mike
Lower,
Lawler's
yeah.
2.7 grant for that, and we don't want, not going forward with the district to hold that up.
Right.
So we're
Yeah.
proposing that the worst-case scenario, so we can, you know,
I think
buy
there
all
was
these.
some misunderstanding
So the,
with that.
so the congressman is confident that we're gonna get to just under 3 million towards the project, so we don't wanna risk losing that.
Right.
So we're gonna look to update the numbers in the NPR, not the actual whole NPR, but the numbers within the NPR, so that when this funding comes available, because we had it submitted by our congressman, but it was also picked up by Schumer and Gilderman submitted as well. So we have we're hitting on all phases here. So we're gonna update the numbers, but of course, that meeting will make a big
I
difference.
think it will help.
Oh, yeah.
So by having
So-
the meeting next week, it will give a
Absolutely.
thorough understanding of it, so.
It might even make it easier for us as we update
Right.
the numbers in there. So, because we don't want, like I said, Phil said, we don't want to risk losing
Right.
the funding, because that funding comes
Right.
available, they want to see your shovel ready. So if it takes just updating the numbers in the map plan report, then that's what we're gonna do, so that the funding comes through.
And also, I will put it on the village board agenda for Monday night to pass the IMA.
Oh,
So then,
perfect.
since you already passed it,
Perfect.
then we'll be in good shape. So, Dan, did you have something else? I heard you start to say something.
Yep, no, I'm happy that the town is moving forward with the map plan and report. The idea is if you sell high and deliver low, everybody will be a hero. And everything that I've looked at would indicate that once the district comes in, the numbers will be lower than the numbers that you've included in the revised map plan and report if you use the rate schedule that we supplied.
That's even better, because we're in line for more funding than we had the first time too, so everything might come in under.
There you go.
It's great.
Okay, all right, well, thank you, everyone. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Dan.
Dan.
Good night, Dan, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.